entrepreneurship, networking is something that we can really use as a catalyst to grow our businesses. And it's something that I learned over the years. All of my best business deals, transactions, most lucrative sort of partnerships have all come through networking relationships. But that's really what all networking is about. It's about building really great relationships where you can work together and achieve more. So I think there's a bit of a negative connotation around networking. You know, people think about it as the business card exchange and very
forceful interaction,
very transactional. But really, the heart of networking is building great relationships with people that want to help you and that you want to help. And so, yeah, I mean, once you start to think about networking in a slightly different way, it can really help in your business.
So then how do you build a relationship? Like if you could maybe think about like 3 tips like for people who may be a bit shy to network. So what could help them to actually go get themselves out there and start talking to people?
I think really, certainly at the Athena Network, we have a very collaborative mindset. So rather than worrying too much about, you know, the very technical parts of networking, I think come to a networking event or be part of a community where you're really thinking about where you can add value, how you can help people. It never ceases to amaze me how women don't think they can add value, and sometimes that holds them back. I think, you know, it depends on where they've come from in their background, but they'll often say, I really want to join, but I'm not sure how what I can give back. But actually just listening and bringing your expertise to the table and being someone who's willing to just support and encourage somebody else is a really great networking skill. And listening out to hear who you can connect. So being a connector is a really important skill. And just not worrying too much about, you know, the technicalities of like getting the business card and following up. Of course, all of those things are important. They come later, but they're really just technicalities. The most important thing is just being yourself. For anything that you do, it's really important to have some kind of goal. I mean, it's really great to come along to a networking session where you meet great people and you make friends and, you know, you learn something or you get inspired. But at the end of the day, it's really easy to look back at a year of intensive networking and realize that you didn't really get, or you don't think you got anything out of it. So if you go into a networking event, or even if you join a membership organization like the Athena Network with some kind of goal in mind, at least you can track back and measure whether or not you were successful at the end of the day. You will know.
I would know, of
more
course,
about
yes.
this as a coach. But you know, it could be something like just build your confidence. If you're a really shy person, your goal could just be like, I'm going to make an effort to go to at least one networking event a month and meet 2 new people. Could be a really simple goal. It could be, I'm going to go to a networking event and I'm going to practice, you know, moving around the room and speaking to different people that might be outside of your comfort zone. Or it might be something like public speaking. There are lots of opportunities to practice public speaking. That was one of my challenges when I joined. I wasn't shy. I didn't have any problem with meeting people, but I did have a real fear of public speaking.
Did you?
So I found it really difficult to get up and, you know, introduce myself. And so I really, for my whole first year of networking, that was my goal.